Okay, so I'm laughing at my own title, but I get a lot that in these conversations I do, it usually is something, well, back in 2012 it was big, but CrossFit's the dumbest thing in the world. It hurts everyone. If you even look at someone doing it, you die. And of course, that's not true. There's no news on people dying watching people do CrossFit. But I do get that a lot. Like, if I did CrossFit, I'd die. I'm like, well, no. And it's the dumbest thing in the world. I mean, I guess it could be. There's a lot of dumb things in the world. I can tell you a lot of dumb things I did in high school, maybe college, that were a lot dumber than that, right? So, okay. This is through my CrossFit gym, CrossFit Garage, and I probably never really actually answer the question because I guess I think it's kind of obvious. Like, hey, so why CrossFit? Why would I do that? I think I did one, and which one's better for you? And really, and I stand by this. If, hey, Josh, do something that you'll do. Like Josh does, he does something with, not ninja-like, but something very ninja-like. If that works, do it. So if you have the best plan in the world, I've created it, it's here, I got it, it's mine, and you never do it, well, the best plan in the world sucks, right? So I'd rather you walk from this mailbox today than that mailbox tomorrow, and the next one, do the mailbox thing, if you'll do it. So a really crappy plan done is better than a super awesome one that you never try, okay? So first, do whatever you want to do to get you healthy and fit. Do something. Have a really good why, like walk the Appalachian Trail or coach your kids in soccer. Good sticky whys, make it work. But why try and do CrossFit? Here's, in the end, there's a couple things that really come out. But for me, it's I'm coached. So I walk in, even in my own gym, I don't really do too much there. I've got great people doing a lot of work. So I get to walk in. Well, I do clean some toilets here and there, whatever. But I walk in, the coach says, we're doing this. I'm like, great, I don't know how, can you show me? Yes. Then I do it, and I high five with friends, we laugh, and we go. So it works because someone's helping lead me. It's functional. There's a lot of camaraderie. Like, I know when, like I used to do some of the other big gyms, talking to people was weird. You didn't ask them anything because it's just, you don't know, you don't talk to them. Hey, Ragu. Loved your picture with you carrying around your kid. I think it was at Walt Disney. Dude, that was totally cool. Stay fit, right? So I got some notes right here. I shouldn't look down. I should put them off to the side so I can look to the side. But I have some notes because I'm too tangential. I will talk about anything and everything. So the biggest thing that I would say for me is it's fun, and I get bored easy. So I played sports my whole life through high school, in college, and I really hate training. And I've been doing this since 2007, consistently working out for the last 13 years of my life. It works, right? For me, it's fun. The coach tells me what to do, and they'll help me. Perfect. I've been telling you guys for a long time, get coached, get mentoring, get accountability. If you want your fitness to not work, do something free because it ain't gonna work. But if you're at your wit's end and you want it to really work, go find a coach that you can pay $1,000 a month, and they will get you fit. Probably don't need to spend that much, but my point is they will do everything in their power to, right? So it's functional. The things that I do all day, like I want to coach and hike the Appalachian Trail there. Yeah, Appalachian Trail. That's super functional. I want to walk. So we do stuff like jogging, lifting, moving, stepping up, stepping down. It's super functional. So you're going to do things that you would do anyway. Now there is some skill components like Olympic lifting. Am I really going to lift something from the floor to my overhead? Maybe not. You'd probably do a clean and a jerk or something similar to. Or am I ever going to do a muscle up? No, but you got to admit, being able to do a muscle up is really cool. So why would you not want to do that, right? So sometimes, yeah, it gets outside of the realm of functional. It's just kind of neat. Ring handstand push-ups upside, but I wouldn't even do that because I like my neck attached. But I know some gyms, we don't do those, but some gyms do. So it's functional. You're going to do things that will keep you from the nursing home when you get older. You'll be able to wipe your own rear end and tie your own shoes. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? So it's functional. You're going to do these things. You don't do isolated movements. We aren't doing bicep curls because, having the guns are cool, but we get bicep workout by working out your whole body through its whole body functional movements, starting with your core to your extremities, right? Just like any sport. It's data driven. So unlike when we talked about this with like a boot camp, hey, do you feel fitter? Sure, yeah, I feel fitter. I don't know. I mean, I'm an engineer. I like data. So if I can track and measure, like run the 5K, that's the same 5K. Don't run a 5K in Colorado, then one in Florida and be like, oh, I did faster. Of course you went faster. Run at the same place. So we do the same movements. Now we try to keep the movements to a particular standard. So for instance, your squat is, hey Doug, my wife said you guys moved back up to Georgia, maybe? Or I feel like you guys are back up here. So let me know. Hit me up. Let me know if you guys are back up this way. Not to Georgia, but from Savannah back up here. Anyway, I hope it's going good if not. Or even if you did, I hope it's going good still. So data-driven, so you can see, like, hey, we do this workout. We hold the movements to a certain standard. You get coached to have good movements to last you a long time, and so you can repeat the workout and repeat that effort. Hey Heather, it's been a long time, Heather. Call, text, come back, see us. Tell me how you're doing. So we want data points so that we can say, like the other day, we just did a workout, and me, 13 years into this, had a star, which is a PR, personal record. So you don't need to ask me, do you think you're fitter? I just point to the data. Look, it says I'm fitter. I just did the same workout I did 4 years ago, and I beat my own time. So yeah, I'm fitter, right? Data tells me that. Not, I don't know, I kind of feel fit. So I love that it's data-driven. CrossFit is cross fitness, so functional fitness across a broad modal domain, so different movements, and your times. So it's sometimes it's sprinting, sometimes it's 45 minutes, right? Sometimes I'm lifting something really heavy. Sometimes I'm just lifting my body, which I don't know, maybe that could be heavy too. But, right? So and I'm engaging, well, this comes later. I'm engaging my mind and my nervous system, not just doing some routine thing that's easy. I'm actually like practicing a sport, sort of, right? I'm engaging. So I'm getting fitness across all these broad domains. So I'm not just jogging, which is fine. But if you think of like the elite marathoner, they look like, I don't know. I don't really want to look like an elite marathoner. That look to me does not look great. I also don't really care to look like an elite powerlifter. Well, maybe I should try it. Maybe I'll say, oh yeah, I do. But for the most part, that doesn't appeal to me. That too big. I like athletic build. So, it's like, well, whatever. That's an old joke no one would get from. Arnold Schwarzenegger, athletic, sleazy, and demure. If you know the movie, type it in there. I can't think of it right now. But so I like athletic. Of course, I like sports, so that makes sense. So anyway, cross, you get to do multiple things. I'm going to lift, which is good for your bone density, having muscle, testosterone, estrogen, all that stuff, right? I get to run, which is great for, I don't really know why. Running may not be great for anything, but I know, no, it is. Not my favorite. I don't have to actually run. I could row, I can bike. There's a lot of different things you can do to get that metabolic conditioning. Totally cool, right? So it gives you the ability to hit a lot of different things. You may find something that you like. I've had people come in and start CrossFit and go, I love Olympic lifting! And they just do Olympic lifting. I'm like, totally cool. Do what's right for you, right? It's the closest thing in terms of fitness that I could fit into real life because it's movements that you would typically do. So there's a lot of stepping, standing, squatting, moving up and down, grabbing things, lifting, pulling, right? Moving heavy loads quickly from here to there, right? That's sort of life. Hey, honey, can you? I'm like, I guess I can, right? So it simulates kind of real life. Military uses it, police use it, service people use it because it makes you fitter for the normal things you have to do in life. It's called GPP, General Physical Preparedness, and I like that. If you don't like it, don't do it, right? But CrossFit is made for anybody. You could be, I haven't done anything in 20, we have people who are like, I haven't done anything in 20 years. Actually, I had somebody who's like, I'm 40, I've never been athletic ever. Like, all right, that works. If you have a coach, they will, coach you, right? So that's pretty cool. So they have a fitness pyramid and in CrossFit, and it starts with nutrition. And anybody that says, look, I love CrossFit, and I am the leader of CrossFit, and the first thing I'm going to tell you is, fix your diet. That's just, I love that. They know that sweat is a piece, but it's really not the biggest piece. It's fix your diet. So if you go to yoga and you say, yoga, what's the first thing I should do? Oh, be flexible. I don't know if they say that. They probably do. If you went to powerlifting and they're like, what should you do? I should lift, right? If you went to soccer and they're like, what's the first thing you should do? You should juggle. So really, if you want to start your fitness journey, fix your nutrition. This is the only thing I have ever seen say, it's not us first, it's nutrition. And then it's sweaty, right? So fix your nutrition. So I lean heavy on that. I love that, right? The thing I dislike the most is when they advertise stuff that it's like, this vacuum cleaner is the best in the world. It picks up everything in its way. And then you buy it and you get it. And the one thing it doesn't do is vacuum stuff. And you're like, you sold it to me saying it would do this one thing. And it doesn't even do it. I hate that. That's, I guess advertisers can do whatever they want. So these guys advertise, yes, let's do cross-training fitness, but start with your nutrition. I'm like, oh, yes. What nutrition? Oh, that's a whole nother thing. I think I did a video on that. Really, anything, first thing is start drinking water, and then we can go from there. Anyway, so nutrition is first, and then metabolic conditioning, and then weightlifting, and then, no, not weightlifting, metabolic gymnastics. So metabolic conditioning, and then gymnastics. So master your own weight first, and then add external forces, weights, and start lifting them correctly, right? How many of us in high school, well, it could be guys and girls, how many of us lifted in high school and we're like, oh, that really hurt. I probably broke many things and I'm maybe even still struggling from damage I did lifting in high school, right? Fortunately, I didn't lift much. Many of you who know me, you're like, yeah, I don't know if you lifted, Andy. But, and then the last thing it culminates with, they're not saying, hey, the best thing you could ever possibly do is CrossFit. At the pinnacle of everything is CrossFit. Nope. They say the pinnacle of everything is sport. So if you want to be awesome, do these things, which we mentioned. But the first thing is nutrition. And the last thing is go play a sport. But in the middle is CrossFit. So, metabolic conditioning, the runny, sweaty stuff, the gymnastics, and the weightlifting, right? So crunch that down. CrossFit's in there, but it's sandwiched between two things that they really can't deliver. Well, I mean, we do deliver nutrition. And I guess they have a sport of fitness, but I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation, right? So fix your nutrition and then play some sports. And they're saying those are the sandwich, and CrossFit's in there somewhere. They're not saying the pinnacle is us. Nope, the pinnacle is play a sport. And the base is nutrition. So, man, anybody that can stand on that with data and cross all these domains and times and functional movements and all that stuff, man, that really was going to work, right? It's not so high and mighty that they don't think it's like, we're the best. No, they tell you nutrition and sport. So how to really make this CrossFit sandwich work. So, should you do it? Man, I don't know. If you're not doing anything, then yes, do something, right? It's better to do something than nothing. If you think when you're 90, you're going to be healthy and fit because you did nothing, I mean, feebleness is chasing us down. Old man time is on your tail. You've got to do something to fight them off. And it's not, at certain stages, you can kind of like even keel and maintain. But I don't think, it's got to be an active maintenance. You've got to be working on it and have a really good stable base, or do something crazy like don't eat sugar ever again. And not many people are willing to do that. I mean, not eating sugar, I could probably, nutrition, not eat sugar. And with the rest of the stuff I do, probably be okay. But I like being able to break out into a game of soccer with the girls that I coach, or do lift, move things. And my wife's like, can you lift this? I'm like, yeah, hold my beer. And I can pick that up. That's why I do it. Is it for you? I don't know. Go find a gym and ask them, right? So our gym does a no sweat intro. You just get on the schedule and you'll talk to one of our coaches, and they're going to ask you why, what's your goals, what has been successful you do before, find some bright spots, and then what are you hoping to get out of this? So we turn a lot of people away, weirdly, as a gym that wants members. We don't want everybody because not everybody is a good fit. We want people who understand their why and want to have coaching, mentoring, and accountability. Those are like, I just want a place to lift some things. Well, you're not happy, humble, helpful. You're not willing to listen. You don't want to learn. You're not giving back. If you just need a place, there's a lot of places to go to. So CrossFit is a very specific set that you're looking into. I want to be coached. I want community. I want more than just sweatiness. I want everything, and I want a healthy crowd of people that'll talk to me about those things. When I say, hey, what are you doing? They're like, oh, don't talk to me because we're at the Globo Gym and that's awkward. They're like, oh, let me share it with you. And there's so many things that people do. You do have to have an open mind, because someone's going to be like, acupuncture, and you're going to be like, no way. That's fine. That's for them. Let them do it, right? Someone's going to say the vacuum hot cups or whatever they do now, right? You're like, why would anybody want to put all those marks over their back, right? Hey, Jay. So, yes, anybody can do it. No, it's not for everybody, and that's okay. You'll find your fit. If you have issues finding that fit or knowing where to look or how to start, several of you, a lot of you guys have actually already texted, called, and emailed. Man, I'm here to help. If you need help finding a gym in your state or city that is not Woodstock, happy to help there too, man. I just want people to be healthy and fit. If you start now, then your 90 looks good. If you are 90 and you're like, what do I do now? That's okay, start. Maybe your 110 will look good. We'll see. If you've made it that far, that is awesome. And you probably could teach us a thing or two. So, be happy, be humble, be helpful. Think about your health and fitness right now, but also what it's going to look like when you're 90. If you're interested in coaching, mentoring, and accountability, CrossFit is probably a place for you. If you're interested in functional fitness that'll do more than just, well, I'm good at jazzercise, which I never used, then that's probably a good start. If you've got a good sticky why, I want to hike the Appalachian Trail or coach my kids in soccer, probably going to work for you too. All right. I hope that helps. If it doesn't help, then I guess email me, and then I'll help you even more.